There's something about an underdog story that tugs on the heartstrings of a true football fan. The license to dream, the thrill of the journey, and the taste of unexpected success. We know you love these stories too, so we've stacked them in one place for you. The book, Soccer's One-Hit Wonders. Relive all the drama, plot twists, and incredible events from some of the game's most memorable underdog league title wins. Check out the link in the description below.
Since 1965, only 3 teams not named Ajax or PSV have won the Dutch Eredivisie. Such is the dominance of the 2 perennial title favourites, especially Ajax. Forget them though. The real hero in this story is FC Twente, with the miracle that they pulled off in the 09-10 season. It's been a little over a decade now, so it's a good time to reflect on that achievement by Englishman Steve McClaren and his boys. That's what we're here to do. Before McClaren joined the club, the closest that Twente came to winning the league was in 1957, 1958 and 1974. They finished as league runners-up in all 3 of those years. After a decent spell of back-to-back 4th place finishes under club legend Fred Rutten in 06-07 and 07-08, FC Twente snapped up Steve McClaren from English lower league side Darlington, barely 2 months into his role as assistant manager there. Up to that point, McClaren's career had been a bit of a mixed bag. He'd been successful in his time at Middlesbrough, guiding them to their first major trophy with the League Cup in 2004. However, he'd also recently been sacked from his job as the manager of England's national team, following poor performances that cost the team qualification for UEFA Euro 2008. The job description at the Tuckers was straightforward. Try to build on the good work that Fred Rutten had started. McClaren took to that task in style, and he even exceeded expectations. A big part of that success was down to the decisions he made in the transfer market. In his first season, McClaren signed Chick Tiote, Ronnie Stam, Theo Jansen, Peter Viskerhoff and Kenneth Perez for a combined fee of £7.5 million. They were key to the progress made that year, and some of them also played a crucial role in the title win the following year. The team finished as league runners-up behind AZ Alkmaar and ahead of Ajax and PSV in 3rd and 4th respectively. After losing key players Elgero Elia and Edson Braafheid in the transfer window and sending Marko Arnautovic out on loan before the next season began, it would have been easy to write them off. However, McClaren did really well to replace those players, signing replacements in Brian Ruiz for £5.5 million, Dwight Tiendali on a free transfer, and Miroslav Stoch on loan from Chelsea. Those replacements didn't only maintain the standards of the previous season, they improved it. They all played a key role in the title-winning season, especially Brian Ruiz. He had the season of his career with 24 goals and 9 assists in 34 games. With the players that he had at his disposal, McClaren consistently favoured a 4-3-3 formation with a front 3 that consisted of Brian Ruiz on the right, Stoch on the left, and Nkufo up front as the central striker. With this formation, the team went unbeaten at home, winning all their home games after the 1-1 draw against PSV in the 2nd game of the season. That game was one of the most crucial points gained over the course of the year, as the club rode to a first-place finish with only 1 point separating them from second-placed Ajax. Ajax were the closest challengers for the title that year, as the race went down to the wire. PSV ended up 8 points short, but Ajax really gave Twente a run for their money. After going unbeaten for the first 21 games of the season, it was fitting that their closest challenger was also the first team to beat the Tuckers. Ajax sat in 3rd place just behind Twente in 2nd when the pair met at Amsterdam Arena, now called the Johan Cruyff Arena. A 3-0 home win brought Ajax within touching distance of Twente, but they managed to hold on and climb to 1st place with 5 consecutive wins after that defeat. Twente's home form was impeccable that year. They won 16 out of the 17 home games they played and drew the other one, scoring 37 goals and conceding a meagre 10 in all those games. Their away form was impressive too. They only lost to Ajax and AZ Alkmaar, winning 11 and drawing 4 out of 17 games. They only managed 26 goals in those 17 games though, conceding 13. If there's anything to be learned from those results, it's that Twente's defence played a huge part in their title win. Only 23 goals conceded in 34 games is mightily impressive, and it helped to balance the fact that they only scored an average of 1.85 goals per game. In fact, the team won 13 of their games with just a 1-goal margin, demonstrating their ability to grind out wins when necessary. McClaren left the club for Wolfsburg after that season, which must have been a huge dampener for the players and supporters. He was replaced by Michel Prudhomme, who had a decent season leading the club. They finished second in the league and won the KNVB Cup and Johan Cruyff Shield. Unfortunately, the club has been on a downward spiral since then. Twente started to struggle with finances sometime around 2015, and it got so bad that the Royal Dutch Football Association docked 3 points from the club's total in March that year. The club president at the time, Joop Munsterman, quit in April of the same year following allegations of financial mismanagement. The club fired 18 employees and their scouting department was stopped. It all seemed to be going very badly, very quickly, and the club could not find a solution in time. FC Twente have never fully recovered, and they got relegated to the Eredivisie at the end of the 2017-18 season. They're back in the Eredivisie now though, gaining promotion at the first time of asking after winning the second division with 80 points from 38 games. Currently a mid-table Eredivisie team under manager Ron Jans, they look far from the underdogs that pulled off that miracle in 2010, and only time will tell if the Tuckers supporters will ever see the glory days again.
Be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to be notified every time we release a new video. If you want your own visual football player card displayed at the end of each video, you can back us now on Patreon. Patreon is a platform that allows you, the viewers, to support content creators like us so they can create quality content for you. Link in the description below.